Thanks for stopping by today. Hope everyone's doing wonderful. Today what I got in store is going to be checking out a new card game, one that I really never heard about till just honestly a couple weeks ago. I was contacted by this company called Haunted Castle Gamings. They messaged me, they asked me if I'd be interested in checking out and reviewing their game called Genesis Battle of Champions. And after doing a little bit of research and checking out some of the art and kind of the gameplay, it did look like something that would be cool and willing to check out. So they actually made me a little care package and they sent me all of these goodies right here. They sent me a little kind of like poker chip token with, I believe, the Genesis Battle of Champions little emblem on it, and also their three-year anniversary of Haunted Castle Gaming. So congratulations on the 3 years. They did send me like a, I guess a trimmed down 2-player set just for the review purposes. But I believe they do have sort of like fat pack or like large boxes that your sets can come in, which is pretty cool. They did send me a little generous pile. It looks like kind of promotional. Their champion cards, which we'll be checking out as well, and a random little sleevelet of something. And they did send me quite a few packs, I believe 7 packs of cards. And since they did send me some stuff for free, at the end of the video I am going to be doing a giveaway with these right here, a pack and this card Fang right here. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. I just feel like if I receive things for free, and I don't need it all, I'm just going to give it back to some of the community, and I've done that in the past for things that I've reviewed for free. So yeah, just stay tuned at the end and I'll let you know how you can have a chance to win that. But anyways, this company, they contacted me, they let me know that they had a game, they liked my videos, and they wanted me to do a little review on it. Since they did send me this stuff for free, which is really cool, but I'm still going to give it my unbiased opinion and review of the art and the game and the gameplay. So yeah, at the end of it, this is still just my opinion, even though I did receive this stuff for free. I guess the first thing we should do is let's check out this pile right here. Let's just open up some stuff. I think I'm going to do this pile here, then we're going to get into the 2-player set, and then we're going to get into some of the booster packs and have some fun with it. So first off, I'm not really sure what this is. Let's just kind of see. Let's just see the card quality and everything. I'm interested. Interesting. Some very foily cards. The cards are very plasticky. They do run smooth together, but very plasticky. Interesting. It's just a very different feel and a very shiny foil right there. So there is foils in this game, which is cool. They got an Erica, got a Rain, got a Fang, and it's super just like rainbow holographic, which is interesting. So that's cool. They do have like foils in it. The back of it says Genesis Battle of Champions. It does look like some sort of lotus figure in the background or something. And you got the Haunted Castle Gaming right there. Pretty cool. And I remember doing a little bit of research on the cards, and I'll kind of explain what some of these do appear. I don't remember everything off the top of my head, but hopefully the rule book in there will help us as well. So that's pretty cool. Got a little bit of foil right there. And I don't know if these are like, are these literally just the same but foiled? I think they're literally just the same card but foiled. Okay, cool. The next thing is let's open up some of these right here. Looks like almost little promotional, like a gold stamp, 2019. This is Nubia. Interesting cardstock. It's a little bit thinner, the cardstock. It does survive the bend test though, which is pretty cool. 2019, it's got Nubia, maybe a little bit of bend in it. It's got some abilities here. It's got the Swift, the basic attack 1, it's got Exert, it's got Trigger, Visions, and None. At the beginning of each round, draw a card. And these abilities and stuff, we'll kind of go over them as they come, as we get the rules out from there. Remember this little area up top here? This is the area of effect and kind of the direction that your hero is facing or your champion is facing. And I remember the cool thing about this game that I thought was cool is that it actually, you have a big play mat, a big play board, and it's kind of sectioned out in little squares, and it reminded me of a chessboard. So this game, you're actually moving your pieces physically on the board. It's like an interesting version of a card game that I feel is almost combined with chess a little bit. Let's check out this one right here. I'm not sure where they gave these out from in the past. This one has like a, if you can see, there's like a little bit of a line on it going down the center. Just like that, which is weird. It's like a line on it. Even on the back you can kind of see that line there. Maybe the machine hit it or something. This is Idris, 2019 again. Cool art. Looks like a tribal woman or something. She's like firebending, has flames around her, holding them in her hand, and 2 on her side. Got the sun poking out in the background, and it is cool. They got the artist right there, if I can read it. Damon Gogorski, not really sure. What do we got here? We got a bunch more of these little kind of promotional packs right here. let's just check it out, see all of the art on them. 2019. I do feel like the machine that cuts the cards, it does leave a little bit of a lip on it. 2019, it's Malky. Looks like a vampire sort of warrior or something. Pretty cool. I do like the layout of the card though. It's got a nice feel to it. It feels nice and full. There is a whole bunch going on in it, but it's pretty sweet. And I'm pretty sure that on the side of here, this is like the loyalty or the tribes of it. And I believe in the specific deck, you can only have, like, if this is your main champion in your deck, you can only have like this, this, and this, like the white, the red, and the pink in your deck. So it kind of keeps it to like a certain sort of color, which is kind of cool. Another one right here. He's got Kendra. Looks like she has her book, I believe. Got some green eyes in the background, maybe. It's got Kendra. Very cool. And again, I think this one is the white, blue, and the pink. So I believe if she is your champion, you can only have these three kind of loyalties or tribes in your deck. And I might be saying the incorrect sort of verbiage on it, and I will correct it if I find it out in the little rule book. Let's see if I can get out this one. These little individually wrapped things. I'm not sure if they gave these out in like two-player kits or something like that. Not really sure. Maybe promotional at stores. This one is Rain. Did I have Rain again? No, I didn't have Rain. Yeah, Rain, very cool. Dark kind of hooded figure. She's got her blue eyes poking through, almost like some spirit in the background around her. She's got the 2019 kind of gold stamp on it again. Very cool. Got Bet. Not really sure what that is. What is this? It looks like maybe the little haunted castle symbol down there. See who drew this by Damjan Gorvitsky. Very cool. Garaha. The Genesis Battle of Champions. 2019's Raha. She's got her sort of blue bow, very large, like arrow with it. Almost looks like it's containing energy or spikes with it. Pretty cool. And a bunch of these are drawn by the same artist, but I think there is multiple artists in this set as well. I remember looking at the art on their website, and I was super happy with it. And there was different artists. So that is Raha. I don't know a whole lot about this game, so I'm pretty much learning as we go as well. And this is Fang, and this is one of them. I'm gonna be giving away the other one over there. You got Fang over here. She's got her giant blue sword and some blue energy coming out from her. She's living in some rocky pastures or something like that. Pretty cool. I do like the layout of the cards, though. It is some pretty fun art, and I think the art is very nice. It's got a good kind of feel to it. Good mystical feel. Genesis Battle of Champions. I do like the back of the card as well. It does look like the centering is off a little bit, if you can tell there. It's a little shifted over to the left, but I'm sure that's things that they have to figure out during their first runs. Yeah, the centering on this one is actually off, I think, more than the other ones, for sure. See, there's a little bit of a thicker border there. So very cool, but this is long, and looks like a lot of people, I feel like they have their hands up. Hands up. Maybe not. Yeah, but cool. My favorite looking art for one of these ones is I'm liking this one right here. Very cool right there. Nubia. Looks like some sort of magical sorceress or wizard or mage or something like that. Very cool. The next thing is that we opened up our champions. I believe these are the champions, so I believe you have like one of these in your deck. But we'll kind of go over the rules and stuff as well. The next thing is, let's just kind of open up this two-player set and kind of see what it's about. Alright, and this is a kind of trimmed down two-player set. This one doesn't include the storage box of cards, but if you did buy one of their storage their two-player sets, it would come with, I believe, a couple more things, like some dice and a storage box and stuff like that. But since this is just for review purposes, they sent me just a trimmed down version of it. Genesis Battle of Champions on a cool little postcard right there. Just a little bit of their information there if you want to check them out. Very cool. Set this in the background. Cool art. I like the art of it. Cool set. I really do like the art. And it looks like two little pre-constructed decks right here, which is pretty sweet. I'm assuming that they have a sort of a champion inside of it, and I'm hoping that it came with a sort of playmat, because this does require a playmat, this game, and it does look like it did. Here we go. So it looks like this might be a playmat. Let's just check out what this says. Genesis Battle of Champions. Genesis Battle of Champions is a tactical, collectible card game with combat concepts and collectible card games with familiar concepts of tactical games. Okay, you are a champion, a hero who adept in powerful wizardry and physical combat. Other champions will challenge you to battles in your arena, mystical. Rich with magical energy called auras. You have to fight and protect your land, your family and friends, or just to save your own life. Whatever is your reason, you must do whatever it takes to survive. So it kind of tells you you're going to be fighting other magical beings, winning the game. You win the game in one of two ways. Bring your opponent's health to 0. Your opponent's timeline has 0 cards in it. So I believe your deck is called your timeline. And pretty much if you have no cards in it, you lose. Or if your life goes down to 0, you lose. So similar kind of rules to other games, the way that you can win. The first thing you need in a timeline, a deck of cards. So I believe timelines are actually the decks of cards themselves, which is a cool way to say that instead of library. Your champion, once you've picked your champion, you need to construct a timeline following these requirements. All cards in your timelines needs to share affiliations with your champion, so that's the correct word, affiliations. And affiliations are these sort of colors or these rune shapes over here. So if this is my champion, I can only have the white, the yellow, and the blue affiliations in my deck. Sort of like in Magic or something like that. Your forest can only produce green mana and only make green spells. So this is similar to that. You can only have the white, yellow, and blue in your deck, which is cool. Hanging out right there, like it. They must share the affiliation with your champion. Your timeline needs to have exactly 50 cards, so pretty much 50 card decks. And then the total Sum Chi value, which is, where's the Sum Chi value? Like right here, you got this value right here. This one is a 6th. It should be 250 or less. So your deck at the end of it, you have to count up all of these values right there, and it has to be 250 or less. You can either, which is kind of interesting, it gives you an option to have a whole bunch of small creatures or larger creatures, and it just really gives you kind of a way to pick your deck if you want larger casting cost stuff or smaller casting costs inside of it. So it's just got to add up to 250 or less, which is cool. And I wonder what like the meta will be, if it'll be right around 250 or if it'll be like 100 or 50. I'm just curious about that. And like just for example, these are some of the cards that you can have in your deck, since they share the same affiliation, white and red right there, just like that. What do we got here? Setting up the arena. Flip a coin to determine who the starting champion will be. So that's cool. Maybe they do include a coin like this in the decks or the little 2-player kits. Champions are placed in their starting positions. And then we got the deck, or I guess the board over here. I feel like this isn't the full board. Is this like half of a board? If that's half of it, that's a little bummer. What is this? So starting the starting position. The starting position is right in the middle in the first row. Timelines are shuffled and placed face down. Then both champions draw 5 cards, so your hands have 5 cards in them. Each champion's aura pool is filled with an aura equal to the starting aura. Okay. Set starting health for champions. Aura and energy. Let's just read a couple more things before we check out a little bit of the cards inside of there. There are 2 types of resources in Genesis, aura and energy. Aura is a currency that is used to perform magical abilities. Your champion will indicate how much aura you start with. At the beginning of the game, you take aura cards equal to your champion's starting aura and put it in your aura pool. When you play an ability that costs aura, you must remove that much aura and set it aside. So your champion has aura, which is this one, 150. So this champion has 150 aura. And you, at the beginning of the game, you take aura cards equal to your champion's starting aura. So you take aura cards up to 150 aura and put them aside. Then you got energy. Physical abilities will cost energy to play. To pay for an ability, the cost energy you will need to take cards equal to the cost from the top of your timeline and send them to your memories. Interesting. I think your memories is like your graveyard. Some champions will have energy reduction, which reduces all energy cost by amount. In an example of Cross Punch, you will take 2 cards from the top of your timeline and send them to your memories. If you have energy reduction of 1, like Rain, you only need to discard 1 card to your timeline. Okay, so pretty much I believe energy to play spells, you have to take cards or mill them or take them from the top of your library or your timeline and put them into your memories, or I believe your graveyard, which is interesting. And yeah, just some interesting stuff right there. You got the starting health, so I believe this is the starting health. This is the aura. This is the energy, and poor Nubia has 0 energy. This is the affiliations, and this is some of, I believe, the abilities right there. The next thing is, I believe I have another little booklet right here. Is this the same thing? I believe these are the same things. And this is the beta set, if that means anything to you. So it looks like that for whatever reason you need 2 of these to kind of combine them together. Just kind of, I wish that it was just one playmat, but I'm pretty sure if you buy the actual box set, it's going to come with a playmat that's at least in one piece. Because, yeah, you definitely need a playmat for this game. The next thing is I'm going to kind of set this up in the background, and then I'm going to open up some of these decks, and let's check out just some of the cards and art, and, yeah, just have a lot of fun with it. Alright, now that I got the paper mat in the background, I will just say I'm not a huge fan of paper playmats like this with the bends in it. And since it did come in 2 pieces, it's a little bit more of a bummer. But I'm not sure how the actual 2-player set comes if you actually buy the boxed version. I would assume and hope that it comes with a better playmat. But this one, it's okay, it'll get the job done. It's just not my favorite. But let's just go on to the decks themselves. It looks like it came with 2 timelines or 2 decks, and I believe they're probably 50 cards. We'll count them each. I'm not sure if they come with a champion, but if they don't, I have a pile of champions. You'll be able to pick from them. And let's just kind of open it up. Right here we got Rajisi Lion. Let's just kind of see. There's a pull tab along here. I think there's a pull tab. There we go. Just like that. Open it on up. Check out the card quality. I like the quality, not bad. They got a good shuffle feel. They really do. Slight little ink smell. Kind of smells like Pokemon cards or something like that. Oh, that's cool. It comes with the little turn card. So let's check out this turn card first. I remember seeing this somewhere. You got the beginning of the round. Remove all exert tokens, and then each champion draws a card. Your turn, I remember this being a little bit confusing when I looked at it on their website, but it does make sense once you figure it out. Your turn, you have a move phase. You can either stay, and if you stay, you can have your main phase, play as many abilities as you want. And then for your main phase, you have your end phase, which is play swift abilities, and then at the end of turn, exert yourself. So exert yourself means you're exerted, you're tired, your turn is over. So at the end phase, you can play your, what is this? You can play your swift ability, which is a basic attack. You deal 1 damage, you target, and your awareness, which is pretty cool. And then let's say you wanted to move your turn. So it's also your turn. You can do something. You can move or rotate. Then you can move or rotate again. And if you want to, I remember this is where it's a little confusing. You can either stay, you can move or rotate. You can move or rotate twice, but if you move or rotate twice, it skips your main phase. And then it goes your end phase, but if you just move and rotate once, then it goes to your main phase, and you can play as many abilities as you want, and then it goes to your end phase, and you can play swift abilities, and then you have to exert yourself. And the end of the round, anyone may play swift abilities. Very cool. But yeah, that's just a little bit of how the turn structure goes. Hopefully it makes more sense as we get along there. But it seems like a kind of interesting game. Another thing I will say about kind of like the board themselves, since there are folds in it, and there are like really light lines right here, it's very kind of hard for me to tell where the squares kind of start and end, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if this is an edge to a square, or if this is like, it's just a little muddied in the background. But I believe that these are the squares. The next thing is just kind of look at some of these cards. I believe this is like the health of the card. This is the chi, and this is the affiliation. So this will only fit inside of a deck that has a blue and yellow. So let's just see. Or white and yellow. So it would work inside of a deck like this. Interesting. They kind of updated the coloring right there. This is a little bit more blue looking. This is a little bit more white looking. I'm guessing this is probably the newer version, but I'm not sure. I feel like this is the newer version. I feel like these cards, the cutting process has a little bit of like a lip on it, but all these ones in this deck right here don't seem to have any of that problem. So I think these came a little bit later than the 2019 ones, and it shows a little bit. So anyways, the card right here, this is the awareness. If you see there's like kind of a grid structure, you got 9 squares right there. Pretty much it mimics 9 squares on the board. So let's just say these squares around him are the 9 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got the arrow in the middle and the 3 little red balls around him. So that means the arrow, he is facing forward, and the 3 spaces around him in that particular order. So on the left of him, the front of him, and the right of him, those are the areas of effect. So whenever you use one of its abilities, it's going to affect those areas. So it's like a chess piece. It has certain area of range. So if it's here, it moves along with it. If it's over here, it moves along with it. And obviously if you rotate it as well, it changes with the orientation and the effect area as well. So it's kind of cool. So you're literally moving pieces around the board, and you move around their area of effect with them, and you're kind of just like having this actual virtual or physical kind of fight space in a card game, which I do like that idea. We got the line right here. It's got an action. It's got beckon. I believe it costs 15 what is that, energy or aura. It's got trigger leader. When it enters the arena, target summon and its awareness may move. So that's cool. It comes with ability that triggers when it enters in. So when it moves, you can move something else again. Its swift is a holy attack 3, deals 3 damage to target in its awareness, and it's exerted after that. That's cool. So I believe it's like the action, then it's called beckon, and then it costs that much. You got the trigger, it's called leader, and this is what it does. You got the swift action, it's called holy action, and then you exert your creature. And I did just notice down there is a little section for common and uncommon. Maybe they added that after this, or maybe this just means champion, actually. That's probably what that means. It probably means champion. So you got the uncommon right there, like the green color. Uncommon is Borealis, or whatever. The infinity symbol, Walls of Valdis. And let's just check out the art a little bit as well. Very cool. It looks like some sort of marbled line, almost like a statue. I get sort of cool vibes from it. Very cool. Oriental almost. I like it. I believe all of these are going to have the same affiliation, because they should in the whole deck. And I wonder if there'll be a champion in it. This is the walls. Place a wall on an unoccupied spot on the arena. So it's an action, and it's a continuous wall of champions and summons cannot move onto wall of Vadhis. So pretty much this is like a wall, and I'm pretty sure it just blocks the space. You put it on the field, no one can mess with it there. It's a wall. You can't really move through a wall in this game. And yeah, so on and so forth. Let's just keep on going. You got quick shot right here. It's a range attack. It costs 4 energy, I believe. You deal 1 range damage to target quick shot's awareness. And you can see its awareness is actually, it's got 2 spaces in front, so it has a little bit more awareness range than some of the other ones, which is cool right there. And I do like the awareness kind of square section for this card game. It adds a cool kind of factor to it. It adds orientation, it adds direction, and it adds like an actual board space, which I do like. Got another wall right there. Got the smoke bomb. Almost looks like Rahi or rain. Looks like rain almost in there. Got smoke bomb. I'm actually really liking the colors on this. I like it quite a bit. Interesting. So the first uncommon I had a different symbol than this one. Maybe the symbol has to do with actually what it is. Maybe this is a summon spell, I believe. And I believe this is some sort of, it's a swift, so I believe that's what that little symbol is, like someone doing a quick little jab. You got smoke bomb. Obviously this one has a different affiliation. It's the blue and then the darker blue. Smoke bomb. You got move. It costs 10 aura and 3 energy, I believe. Move to a spot. And smoke bomb's awareness. Okay, so it just moves. I think it's just a moving creature. You got a little pyre cub, little cute little cub right there. I'm really liking the art on it by Alex Rice. Very cool. Really nice colors. Really like it. I believe it's got 1 health. It's got just awareness right in front of it. Only can tell what's going on right in front of it. I believe 3 chi. And remember that your chi have to add up to 250 per your deck. You can't have more than that. So the one thing I will say probably about deck making, you're probably going to want like a calculator, a piece of paper to just kind of go through and count up all your chi at the end of it to make sure it's not over 250. It's got the action. It's got beckon. Play cub on a spot adjacent to you, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. So you can kind of move it, but then you got to exert it. It's got the fire attack, 2 fire damage to target and its awareness. That's cool. It's got fire damage, and it's a nice little common card. Got another line again. Got a quick shot. Got the range attack. I think we had the quick shot earlier. Yeah, okay. I was wondering if it was the same art. Got another walls, and I'm not sure how many of each card you can have in the deck. That's something I don't know right now. I am liking the colors. I love the blues in the background. Got some like evil red spirit in the background as well. I'm a huge fan of that kind of the little, I guess the area of affection. You got the swift cast 12. You deal 2 damage to target. Gust in Gust's awareness. All right. It's got trigger push. If anything is dealt by damage by gust, it moves 1 spot away from you. That's pretty fun. I like that ability. So the gust actually, the flavor of the card is really nice. It actually pushes the card away from you as you work it. Got Thunderstruck. It's got Swift Cast. 24, I think, energy. And if I'm confusing energy and aura, I apologize. I'm very new to this. Like literally this is the first time I've opened this up. You deal 5 electric damage to target in Thunderstruck's awareness. So it's just like boom, huge awareness right there. Just pretty much this whole arrow just fry everything. That's cool. It's like a big old lightning bolt. Got Blackstone Golem. It's got action. It's got beckon. I believe 14 aura. Place it on a spot adjacent to you, facing the same direction as you. Then exert it. So similar to what the little lion guy had. If we can find him. Very similar ability to that, except like half the cost to move it. I am liking the art of these cards quite a bit though. You got Earth Attack. Blackstone Golem deals 4 earth damage to target in its awareness. So boom, it'll hit you with some earth damage. Got another one of these, Blackstone Golem. Got a Androthea, not really sure. Looks like some sort of mountain lion or cat sort of creature. It looks like it might even have a scorpion tail, like a masticore or something like that. Very cool. By Anna, what does that say? Rempatake. It's hard for me to even see that right now. Got action, beckon 7. Place it on a spot adjacent to you, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. So it seems that beckon is a similar sort of ability, and I think beckon is the same on all cards that say beckon. I believe so. So you pretty move it, then exert it, and it's got a ranged attack. It's got 2 spaces in front of it. Can do deals 2 damage to target in its awareness. You got the Hound. So a bunch of, honestly, this deck has a bunch of like 4-legged creatures, I feel. It's got lions and cubs and all these sort of things, so it's cool. It's got a nice little flavor to it. This one's just got 1 affiliation. Jayla ran Hound. It's got action. It's got the beckon, so the move and then exert it. And it's got a basic attack 3. And I believe when I'm seeing this right here, after like an attack down here, this number, I'm pretty sure that's the amount of damage it does. Like this one has the 2, it does 2 damage. This one has 3, does a 3 damage. I'm really liking the setup of the cards more and more as we're going through here. It's an uncommon right there. I'm not sure if there'll be any rares inside this deck, but I'm curious to see. And the Wolf's awareness is just right in front of it. You got Gust again. I like this one. It's cool. Kind of actually moves the card a bit. You got Smoke Bomb again. Got the Blackstone Golem. And I'm curious. I'm going to go through here and see if there's like 4 copies of each card. I feel like maybe 4 because I don't know. I'm not really sure. Another one of that. Another Hound. Another Lion. Another Walls. I think that's the 4th wall. Another Cat again. Little quick shot. I do like how this is a starter deck and there is multiple copies of the same card, and none of these cards seem too extreme or intense to kind of start with, so I think this is a perfect sort of starter deck to just get a feel of the game. Definitely have to try playing this later. Got Thunderstruck. Got the Pyre Cub. Another Blackstone Golem. So I think right now we're just hitting the repeats, and I'm going to go through in just a minute and we're going to see, maybe this is 5 of these. Another one of those. Another one of those. And I'm curious if these starter decks are all the same. Like if you bought a starter deck, if it'd be the same as this, or they're kind of randomized. Another Smoke Bomb. Another Hound. Another Hound. I think there's definitely more than 4 of each. We'll see. Another one of those. Another tiny little cub. Another Gust. And then what is this? A starter. This is a stack token. It's a little starter right there. This card is a stack token card. It can be used to represent abilities that's on the stack. Interesting. There's a card for the stack. Another one of those. So comes with some little stack tokens. Got a Patreon. They have a Patreon if you're interested in that. That's kind of cool. You got Join the Fight. Your timeline. It kind of tells you how to build your timeline. Weave your timeline. Building is a well-constructed timeline, aka deck in Genesis, is key to surviving, having a good aggressive strategy while making sure you have cards that can help you out. And bind is very important. The more cards at your disposal, and the more you fine-tune your deck, the better chances you have to win. Every timeline has the following few rules. 1, all cards in timeline need to share affiliations with the champion, so obviously they have to go with the same colors that they have along this right side here. A timeline needs to be exactly 50 cards, so 50 cards, no more, no less. The total sum chi value of the timeline should be 250 or less. So it's pretty kind of basic rules right there. Not too hard to build, I guess. One thing is I don't know if it's 50 cards including the champion or if it's 51 cards, if that makes sense. And then, it did come with a champion. That's cool. So we got a Raha. Is it different art? Oh, we got two different champions in this one. That's cool. So you can pick your champion. I like that. They give you 2 choices right off the bat instead of just giving you one. Unless it's the same... is it the same card, just different art? I think it's the same card, just a little bit different art. It's got both have the Swift, the range attack 2. They both have the awareness, the same awareness around them, same heart, same energy and aura, the same affiliations, and the area range attack is the same as well. So I think this is literally the same card, just different art, which is cool. And I'm curious if it's different than, I believe they sent me one of these too. Is it the same? Alright, so my camera just cut off. Hopefully it's right about here. But I was just talking about how they sent me this kind of gold foil 2019 version. I'm just comparing it to the one that came in the starter deck. And you can definitely tell there's been some revisions from the 2019. Or just changes in the way that the cards look a bit. And I really like the newer kind of revision. I'm guessing that this is the newer revision. One thing I can tell, this blue is a little bit darker than this one. I like this color better. The banners have a little bit more brightness to them, which I do like. And this actual background right here is a little bit lighter too. And I'm really liking that. I'm liking just the whole feel and the vibe of it. I like the little champion skull down there. I think that the card design is looking really great. And like I mentioned, on these kind of gold foil ones, there is a little bit of lip from the cutting machine, but all the ones in the starter deck don't seem to have any of that problem. And you can see I just did the bend test, and it's great. The card didn't fold or anything. It's nice. It's really nice stock. I'm liking it. Very cool. The next thing is we're going to open up and check out the other deck. Yes, real quick before we go ahead and check out the other starter deck that was given, I just want to go through and just see how many copies of some of the cards we have in here. I feel like cards like the Wall, we have a lot of copies of. Like maybe more than 4. I don't know if there's a limit. They never mentioned anything about a limit, so possibly there might not be. Because right here we have 5 walls. We have 5 of the walls, so I guess you can have more than 4 in it. I think it's just literally under 250 chi, 50 cards, and it's just got to be the same affiliation. I think that's really all the rules. I think if you maybe want to have all of the same card, you could, but I'm not 100% sure yet. This is still a very new game to me. Literally, today's the first day that I'm actually physically touching anything of it. Yeah, so let's just check out this other one right here. Got a gray wolf looking at you right there. Rawr. But honestly, I'm liking the card quality and the card stock. I like this from these starter decks a lot better than the quality from these little packs right here. I'm just curious. I'm curious. Alrighty, we got the wolf right here, the gray wolf. I don't want to mix these up. The gray wolf, I like it. The affiliation is all... Yeah, well, that's one more thing. I want to check out the affiliation. So this affiliation is the blue, yellow, and then the darker blue. So that means all of the cards in here have to be all of those colors. Blue, you got the blue, the darker blue, blue, the darker blue, blue, the yellow. So yeah, pretty much that's what it is. They all share the same sort of color scheme. Very cool. You got the gray wolf. It's got the beckon, so that means you move it and you exert it. It's got the drain attack 3, so it means it deals 3 damage. It's got 1 little heart. It can attack right in front of it. 4 chi, I believe. It's a nice little common. What do we got here? We got Rampage Toss. Literally, they're picking up this poor person and just whipping him, just throwing him, get rid of him. The affiliation for this deck looks to be the top blue and then the red. It's got a basic attack 2, which is, I believe, 4 energy. You deal 2 damage to target. And it's toss awareness, so right in front of it, and toss. If a champion or summon is dealt damage by rampant toss, then you may place it on any spot around you, so you can just toss it. I like that. Whoa, look at that art. Pretty crazy right there. If I can read who did this. Damjan Gorgovetsky, H-Mate Behemoth, Oh wow, so this one is blue and this little like kind of light pink down there. It's got the beckon right there. You actually have to pay to beckon it, this one. It's got swift, 5 damage, so big old damage. And you got holy resistance, continuous. All holy damage dealt to the behemoth is reduced by 1. So I'm not really sure what holy damage is, but it has have a passive ability. So some cards, I guess, have passive abilities. Got Infernal Ghoul, look at that guy. Yeah, the other deck was more of like creatures, like 4-legged creatures. This one seems to be more mythical, kind of magical, fired ghouls or something like that. It's got the beckon again. It's got fire attack for 2, deals 2 damage. You got the hound again, so it looks like we do see some repeats. Infernal Ghoul. You got Shadow Claw. Nice to see that. Cool card as well. Some hooded figure just hitting him with the Shadow Claw. It's got Swift. It's a daring attack for 3. And it's got 4 energy to play it, I believe. Or aura. And the awareness is right in front of it. Got the hound. Got the Death Eater. Absolutely brutal. So this guy's picking up this poor hound and literally just sucking the life out of him. That's brutal. It's right in front of him, the awareness. It's got beckon for 3. Which is 3 hearts. So I think it takes actually 3 of its own life to do that ability. It's got Death Touch. Triggered when it enters the area. If it kills target summon around it with remaining 3 hearts or less. That's cool. So when it enters in, it can actually kill something. And it's got a daring attack for 3. Deals 3 damage to target in its awareness, so right in front of it. But when it comes in the battlefield, you can actually hurt something with it. Got the Grey Wolf again. Got the Hound. Got Inferno Pits. As we like that little kind of infinity symbol right there. We got the Inferno Pits, 6 heart on it, 4 chi. Create, place Inferno Pits on an unoccupied spot in the arena. So you pay 12 and you can just put it anywhere. Whenever anything moves onto or is placed onto Inferno Pits, it deals 2 damage of fire to it. So I guess creatures can move over the Inferno Pits if they want. They could just get hurt by it. That's cool. The wall stopped you. This one you can still do it. Look at this guy. Privenad. I don't even know. Some crazy werewolf gargoyle creature. Absolutely brutal. It's got the beckon. It's got the dark attack 4 and it's got decay. At the end of each round, it loses a life. So it just slowly decays because it's not doing too well. We got another toss. Another hound. Another behemoth. Then another hound again. Another pyre unwalled. Not really sure. Another behemoth. Another unwalled. The Grey Wolf. I feel like there's a lot of dog-like creatures in this game so far. Infernal Ghoul. The Shadow Claw again. You got Leap. What does this do? I think you can move over something. It's an action, and you can see right there, you can make it like jump over a spot. Action move 1. Move to a spot in Leap's awareness, and then you may rotate. So this will actually help you jump over something. If you want to jump over the lava pits, you can do that. If you want to jump over the wall, you can do that. So that's kind of cool. Another one of those. Another Leap. Then another Death Eater. Brutal art right there. Another Leap. The Infernal Pits. You can jump it with the Leap. We got a whole bunch of these guys. Another Toss. Just tossing people like it's nothing. Another Pits. Another Toss. A Grey Wolf. The Shadow Claw. Another Inferno Pits. Rampant Toss. Death Eater. So these decks are, I guess, basic decks. Another Death Eater. Then we got, what is this, the stack card. The cards for the stack. Then it's probably going to be a Patreon card. And a little bit about the game. And then it'll be the move turn. And then it looks like we got Melky. Again, just different art, but I believe these are the same exact card. And maybe these only come in the starter set, because I do say starter down there, which is interesting. It's got the basic attack 2, deal 2 damage to a target in your awareness, and it's just right in front of it. And then it's got an action heavy 4, and you have to exert it and 2 hearts. You deal 4 heavy damage to target in your awareness. And like certain verbiage that they're saying, like heavy damage and like holy damage, I'm not really sure what that is, but yeah, very cool. And I just want to compare this to, if they gave me one of these in here. This guy right here. Again, let's just see. The card is probably going to be similar. Yeah, again, the blue is different on the newer version. I believe this is the newer version. And yeah, the banners are a little bit more colorful. They did add a little bit different shape. I just realized too, kind of the awareness box right there. I do like that. It kind of stands out a bit more. It's kind of a little bit muted there. and they did change kind of the color scheme of like the little paper background, which is pretty cool. But anyways, these are the decks that they came with. They seem like pretty nice little simple decks. It seems like they have a bunch of repeating cards, which is perfect for what you need when you're just trying to learn a game. Just a deck with not a whole bunch of crazy cards in there, and just ones with abilities that you kind of know what they do. Yeah, the next thing is, let's just go ahead and let's open up and check out some of these booster packs and just see what they're all about. And then, yeah, let's just have some fun with it. Looks like they gave me... I'm going to be opening up 6 booster packs, and then I also have one I'm going to be giving away as well. It looks like these are from like 2 different sets, and I'm just going to guess and say which one I think came out first. I think that this one came out first, and I'm just judging that by kind of this cartoony text that they have here. Welcome to Jayla. Genesis Battle of Champions. Interesting kind of art on the packs right there. Yeah, these are just booster packs, 15 card booster packs. Genesis Battle of Champions. What does this say? All the stuff right here. 2019 Haunted Castle Gaming. Let's see if this one is 2019 as well. No, yeah, this one is 2020. So exactly, these are newer. These are the older sets. I'm assuming that if we get a sort of champion card, it's going to be this sort of format and not the newer format. But we'll kind of see. All these symbols are trademarks and property of them. Made in Canada. And yeah, let's just open it up and kind of see what's going on. So we got 6 packs. Let's just have fun with it. So Genesis Battle of Champions. They got some booster packs in this game as well. And it seems there is foils. I don't really know if what we'll get from it. I'm not really sure the amount of commons and commons or anything like that. But let's just see. You got the Behemoth. It's a common card. Got the Pirate Cub, another common card. Got the Fearmonger. This is a new one. It's a effect area. It's the 3 spaces in front of it. And I can actually put this one in this deck over here I want. It's got the affiliations if I want. It's got the Beckon. It's got Fear Continuous. Summons in Fearmonger's awareness, cannot play attack ability. So it just scares everything just because how crazy it looks. Look at it. It's got like a holy kind of bone face. Just dripping green ooze. Brutal. It's a common. We got the Naga, which is I believe is actually... yeah, it's the art that they gave on the little postcard right there, which is pretty cool. It's got the Beckon, it's got the heavy holy attack, so the heavy attack, it's got dark resistance. All dark damage dealt to it is reduced by 1. That's cool. It's a common. Interesting. I got Shadow Claw. This is actually in some of the decks. And you got the Waters. It's got heal, so I think this is a space. You put it on a space, and I think when you land on it, you actually heal when you visit the Waters or something like that. It's an action, heal 2, and I believe you got to pay 10 aura for it. And this is just one affinity, and I'm not sure if all of the sort of champions, at least have that first one right there regardless. So this is this card would actually fit in any deck, which is pretty cool, or any timeline. What was this, a water buffalo? And he's shooting lasers from his horns? Yes. Ma Arthur, enter. And its effect area is left, right, and in front. It's got an action, it's got the Beckon, it's got the water attack, so maybe it's shooting water out of his horns. Deals 2 water damage to target and its awareness. Bang. It's a little common. Got Chain Lightning, actually know this card in Magic, and then you see the art. Bang, 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 just going right through all of them. Chain Cast, action 17 to play. You deal 3 electro damage to target in Chain Lightning's awareness. You deal 2 electro damage to target around the first target. And you deal 1 electro damage to target around the second target. So pretty much if there's like 3 things close to each other, you can kind of chain them. It's going to do 3, 2, 1. It's going to go from high to low. Very cool. Another Walls right here. You got the Dark Brand. Not really sure. It's got Swift. It's a Dark Brand. It's like 3 energy and a heart. Everything without dark weakness gains dark weakness until end of the round. All dark damage dealt to this card is increased by 1. Oof, extra damage. And then it looks like we have a rare right here. I want to see if I got any rares in those decks. I don't know if I did. This is Anger of the Phoenix. She's sitting there with her sword and her large hair. Very cool hair. It's got an action enchant. Attach it, Anger of the Phoenix, as a skill. Okay. The first execute or attack ability you play each round is reduced by 2, I think, energy. So everything costs a little bit less, and trigger. At the end of the round, you lose a life or a heart. Okay, interesting. So it looks like we got a rare. It looks like we got a champion. So maybe all packs come with a champion. I'm not sure. This one says starter in it, so I'm not sure what exactly that means. And I don't know if this is the same as these ones right here. I'm just kind of going through this and seeing what we have. Oh, interesting. So this is like the textless version of it. Interesting. I don't know what the point of that is. Just like a textless version. Not sure. Interesting. And then look at this art. I like this art. This kind of orange aura around this person. Adrenaline. Execute. Remove all exert tokens on you. Oh, so you pretty much get to move again, I believe. And it's got a swift ability and I believe 5 energy to play. You got the Celestial Cage, very cool. The Star Cage. The area effect is 2 in front. You're going to cage something up, exile it. Everything on target spot in Celestial Cage awareness cannot move or play attack ability this round. So it kind of freezes them down a bit. We got the Hound. And yeah, so it looks like we did get a rare in there. I'm not really sure what this is. Is this just a placeholder or is this just a textless version? Like you can play this card but you just have to know the abilities? I'm not really sure, but interesting. One other thing real quick. I just want to see if there's a rare that we got in this this sort of deck. I don't think there was. I don't believe that the starters come with a rare. Alright, the next thing is let's check out another welcome to Jayla. I'm not sure if all the packs are the same sort of setup as well. Well, look at this one. Displaced. The whole area around is just affected. Move to a spot and displaces awareness. Okay, so you can kind of just jump around. Very cool. No Man's Land. It's got create. Place No Man's Land on an unoccupied spot in the arena. Triggered. Whenever a champion or summon moves onto the or is placed on No Man's Land, all summons that can target it with an attacker ability must play their attacker ability against it. So pretty much, if this is on a spot and there's a bunch of creatures around it, if you land on the spot, those creatures will all just swing at you. We gotta neutralize attributes. It looks like honestly, this is the lady from over here. There she is. The Anger the Phoenix. She's in another card right there. All attack abilities played by target and neutralized abilities awareness loses all abilities until end of the round. So kind of like a fog or something. Look at this, a baboon spider. I love it. It's like a monkey spider. It's got the beckon and a ranged attack of 1. Like the art. Got the behemoth again. Got pyrokinesis. So looks like they're struggling or something in their own mind. And this looks totally like Kendra right there. Maybe all of our pictures should be kind of hooded and hunched over a little bit. It's got an action, execute, 6, destroy target, skill attached to target champion, and pyrokinesis awareness. So pretty much you can get rid of like an equipment or something like that. Got the Fearmonger again. Got the Gale, probably a wind coming at you, blasting at you. Its effect is 2 in front. It's got swift. Negate target attack ability played by a champion. Gale's awareness unless they pay 5. So you can kind of counter an ability unless they pay 5, which is cool. Got the Shadow Claw again. Got the left hook. Hit him with the left hook right in front. The swift basic attack deals 1 damage to target. And left hook is awareness. I like that. Punched in the face. Ow. And it costs 3 to play. Looks like we got a rare Hydraulis. Very cool. So awareness is right in front. It's got the affiliations of the first blue and the yellow. It's got the fire attack 3. It's got stun. If anything is dealt fire damage by Hydraulis, then it cannot move or rotate until the end of the round. So it kind of freezes it. It's got a water attack for 3. So it's got fire and water attack. And it's got push trigger. If anything is dealt water damage by Hydraulis, then move it 1 spot away from you. So the water pushes it away. The fire kind of freezes it. This seems like the best card I got so far, to be honest. Very cool. We got another Kendra, which is actually right here. And like I figured, it is the newer kind of revision of the card. You can see the kind of brighter colors and everything, the different color blue up there, and just a brighter color background. I think they did a good job going with the kind of brighter versions of it. And then we got the Death Eater. So it looks like the rare card is kind of in the middle right there. You got the Sunrise Fox, pretty little fox. It's got an action, it's got the beckon, it's got trigger cure 2. When it enters arena, if target is in awareness, you gain 2 life. And it's got the swift fire attack for 3. Little firefox. That's got the hurricane sweep. The right, northeast, southwest are the places that kind of it affects. Got the hurricane sweep. Area air attack 3. A whole lot to play it. Deal 3 air damage to everything in Hurricane Sweep's awareness. Boom, very cool. So it looks like the other rare I got, and it looks like pretty much in every pack you're going to get a rare, and you're also going to get a starter, whatever that really means. I got a rare this one, and the other starter I got was like a full art one. I'm not really sure if that's common or what. Just trying to really figure this out. I do like how this guy has fire and water abilities. Pretty cool. Looks like we got one more pack of this on the welcome to Jayla. Let's open it up and see. Got teleportation. That's cool. Kind of cool colors right there. That kind of yellow energy just kind of moving off of this woman right there. It's got an action cast. Place yourself in any spot facing any direction. That's cool. The whole board just anywhere you want. I love that. Got take to the skies. It's an action. You gain flight, aerial, and all attack abilities you play. Gain ranged abilities until the end of the round. Flight, it tells you what you can do. You can move onto the spot even if it's occupied, so you can kind of fly over it. You got aerial. The only attack abilities that can target you are ranged attack abilities, so you're kind of flying over spaces. Very cool. Got blazing strike. You got this guy coming at you with his flaming Wolverine claws. It's got a fire attack for 2. Got Dawa Jin. Look at this guy. He's like some blue swirly energy. He's like made out of spaghetti, his arms. He's got an action, the beckon. He's got the push as well. So if he moves a target in awareness, so if he moves and there's something in his awareness that has to move a spot away from it. He's kind of scary, so people stay away. Got the Infernal Ghoul. He's in some of the decks. Got Rebound. Really cool looking art right there. Like evil angelic sort of wings with a battle helmet on. Cast, it's a swift cast. Return target summon and rebounds awareness to its owner's thoughts. I guess your hand is called your thoughts, your graveyard is called your memories, and your library is called your timeline. Kind of like the fun words they're using. Got reckless demolition. Got the goblins causing some ruckus right there. And I do like how there's some mystical creatures as well. It's got swift demolish 8. Wow, you deal 8 damage to an alteration in reckless demolition's awareness or on the same spot you are. Okay. Swift earth attack 2. You deal 2 damage to target in reckless demolition's awareness. Wow, this one does 8 damage. It's the most amount of damage I think I've seen so far. Got the quick shot. Silver-legged recluse. Got the spider. Can he like get flying people down? It's got the action. It's got beckon 1. It's got swift. Does 1 damage to target in its awareness. Cool. And I wonder if awareness, if something is over you, if that counts in your awareness. Probably. Got the toss. And then it looks like the rare I got is Pyre Hill. I think this affinity symbol means it's like a land or something. Pyre Hill, it's a rare. It's an action. It's got build. Place Pyre Hill on the same spot you are on, so it kind of goes where you are. Continuous. So there's 2 continuous abilities. All attack abilities played by champions or summons on Pyre Hill gains fire attributes, so it gives you some fire with it. And Fire Brand. When champion or summon in Fire Hill, everything around Fire Hill without fire weakness gains fire weakness. Okay. And fire weaknesses, all fire damage dealt by this card is increased by 1. So this just thing gives fire to whatever's around it, or whatever's touching around it. And I just realized that's you standing on top of the mountain right there. Very cool. So nice little rare there. I'm not really sure what exactly this is. I think this is a chi. I think this is a chi for the deck or something like that. You got the Hunted Catacombs. Very cool. It's got build. Place it on the same spot you are. And continuous Haunted Catacombs. When a champion or summon is on Haunted Catacombs, you gain Spectral and cannot play abilities. Spectral, you cannot be target attack abilities. So you can't be a target of anything. So pretty much it's a safe place. Even though it's a Haunted Catacombs, you land on it, nothing can get you, but you can't really do anything yourself. That's cool to see that. Reconfigure reality. Got the 2 ladies fighting each other. Attack negate. Target attack abilities played by target and reconfigure reality's awareness. You pretty much counter something coming at you. Then we got the stampeding force. Stampeding force. It's got an enchantment. Attach stampeding force to a skill. Whenever you move on a spot, you deal 1 damage to everything else on that spot. So it's just he walks with heavy feet, and it hurts when you land on it. So it looks like this one. We got the Pyre Hill. Very cool. Next thing is, let's open up some of the other packs. Got 3 more packs to go, and I believe this is a different expansion. Genesis Battle of Champions Raise. I like the art on the front of the pack better. I feel like the text they went with in this version just looks like a lot more clean and professional. This looked a little kind of MS Paint looking. Let's open this up and kind of see what's going on in here. This is the newer version, I believe. See if there's any real difference. We got Fire Master's Dance. It's an uncommon. Add Fire Master's Dance as a skill. It's a triggered ability enchantment. At the end of the round, if you have dealt fire damage this round, you may pay 5. If you do, deals 1 fire damage to targets around you. Okay, so extra fire. Got the Dense Fog and an Angel in the Sky right there. Attaches a skill. Spots not in anything's awareness are considered occupied. Spots not in anything's awareness are considered occupied. So I guess in spaces that aren't in people's awareness. So if this card was it, the red spot is not occupied, but everything else is considered occupied. I'm not really sure why I'd want that, but I'm sure it would work. Got Weighted Net, catching the sort of harpy creature. It's a range attack 2, grounded. If a champion or summon is dealt damage by Weighted Net, it loses flight and area abilities for the rest of the round. Oof. Ouch. What is this? Got Resurrect, so different kind of layout of the pack as well. Got a Polka Tatsias. Not really sure. It's a Swift. You gain 1 heart for each ability on the stack. Oh, okay. So the more abilities on the stack, the more life you gain. It looks like that is the rare. Got Avium Extium. You got Quick Enchant. Okay. Triggered ability at the end of the round. If you have dealt damage to a champion this round, then you send the top card of their timeline to their memories. So you kind of mill them a little bit. Just take the memories and get rid of them. Got Empowering Summon. Just a albino little tiger there. It's a cast. Target summon in its awareness gains dark resistance for the rest of the round and gains +1. So kind of protected from a little bit of darkness. Got the Spike Pit. It's a trap. Whenever a champion or summon leaves Spike Pit, they lose a heart and a life. Alright, so you can't really leave it. You got Fleet-Footed. It's a Swift Execute. If a champion or summon Fleet-Footed awareness is pacified, then you move and rotate. What? If a champion or summon in Fleet-Footed awareness is pacified, then you move and rotate. Not really sure. You got Float. Looks like probably can give flying near a creature. Prevent the next 3 earth damage that will be dealt by the target and floats awareness this round. So it kind of lifts your creature up and saves you a little bit. You got Shadow Master here. Spectral, you cannot be targeted of attack abilities this round. Okay, it's cool. It's like a fog. Get the Luminous Covering. Cool R right there. Swift, prevent the next 2 dark damage that will be dealt by target and Luminous Covering's awareness this round. One thing I'm still trying to figure out about cards like this, do these ones you actually play on the field like wherever you want, or do you play it on top of a creature? I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a common card right there. Got the Shoulder Hop. Place yourself on a spot and shoulder hops awareness, so you can just kind of move yourself once if you want. Just bounce right on over them. Got Dark Corruption. You got Cast. You deal 2 dark damage to target and Dark Corruption's awareness, and it's got Restriction or Skeleton Warrior. Okay, Resurrect. If summon is dealt damage by Dark Corruption and it's killed this round, you may place a Skeleton Warrior from your subconscious. Oh, interesting. On a spot where the summon and killed, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. So pretty much, when this dies, you take a card, I'm guessing, from like your sideboard or your subconscious. I love the terminology they're using, and you place it on the field, so it kind of makes a little resurrect your Skeleton Warrior, which is cool right there. You got the Gut Punch, boom, like the left hook, basic attack 1. It's got the stun. If a champion or summon is dealt damage by Gut Punch, they cannot move or rotate this round. So it takes them down a little bit. Ouch. Got the Resurrect right there. That's cool. Let's check out this one right here. Another Genesis Battle of Rage. Got the guy in the front. I think he was actually just getting punched right there. Yeah, poor guy was getting punched right there. Got 2 more of these packs to go. Wow, it's super closed. Oi! There it is. So I don't know if you can get foils in these packs or not, or if the foils are just promotional, but we'll kind of see. Colossal Ant, yes, giant ant, just throwing stones. Got Beckon, Basin Attack 2, and Toss. If a champion or summon is dealt damage by Colossal Ant, then place it on any spot around Colossal Ant. So once he fights you, when he's done with you, I'll just toss you to the side. Breath of Jayla. You got Area Heal 2. You and everything in its awareness gain 2. Alright, so a little bit of health, and you kind of use it to your advantage in 3 spots if you want to set it up that way. Well, look at this awareness board right there. Kind of like a V, like Forked Lightning. Yep, perfect. Cast, you deal 3 electric damage to everything in Forked Lightning's awareness. Bang, zap, zap. Nice. I got an epic card, so there is some sort of different versions of rarities. I guess there's common, uncommon, rare, and at least epic. Maybe there's something else, I don't know. You got Yamaraha. It's got the affiliations of the light blue, the dark blue, and the kind of the pink. It's got an action, Resurrect Beckon. So I believe you can you can only play the Resurrect ability if another summon has been killed this round. So you can bring this guy back from your memories, I believe, if something else has been killed this round. It's got trigger, it's got the death touch trigger, so I believe when it enters the battlefield, if something has less than 3 hearts, it dies. And it's got knowledge assimilation. I don't know what that one is, but this is a pretty intense card right here. So cool to see that. Oh, interesting. You get a epic and a rare. You got the water pillar. You got an action create, so you put it on a spot. You got continuous, you got water band or brand. Everything else on adjacent to water pillar without water weakness gains water weakness. So kind of everything is going to take a little bit more water damage. It's a nice little rare there. You got angelic chains, angelic chains. You got enchant. Enchanted as a skill. Whenever you play or cast ability, you may pay 5. If you do, target summon your awareness gains Pacify for the rest of the round. I'm not really sure what Pacify. Oh, here it is. Pacify. The champion or summon loses their awareness, so that pretty much they can't really see. They're blind. They're under fog or something. Got Underworld Knowledge. I'm liking the cards feel great in this pack. I feel like they feel a little bit different than some of them. I don't know, I just feel great. You got Underworld Knowledge. It's got a cast. You draw a card. Just a little bit of card draw right there. Got the Spike Pit again. Got the Gut Punch again. Got Canopy Merlin. Like a beautiful little owl floating in the sky right there on the branches. You got the Beckon. It's got Air Attack 2 and Flight. Continuous Flight. Can move onto a spot even if it's occupied. So this is one that just has Flight. Very cool. So pretty much anything that has a continuous ability has this continuous right there, which I do like. What do we got? You got Fury, fighting some spiders right there. Nice little purple spiders. Area range attack 2. You deal 2 damage to everything in Fury's awareness. So 2 in front. Boom. Got Shoulder Hop again. Got the Library Gates. Very cool. Love the purple building. Love the colors on there. By Philip. What is it? Radisevsky. Got a trap. Place it on a space, the library gates. Whenever a champion leaves the library gates, they discard a card. Oh, so they have to return the book. Then you got Sidestep. You move to a spot in Sidestep's awareness, so literally step to the side. And then you got Inspiring Might. These cool albino kind of tigers right there, or lions. Swift Cast. Target Inspiring Might's awareness loses all weakness this round. Everything adjacent to you loses all weakness this round. Alright, so kind of get rid of any of them weaknesses. So it's cool that we got a pack with an epic card in it. We got one more of these packs to go. And then I'll do a final little recap of what I'm thinking about this thing. Overall, looks pretty sweet. The card quality, I'm liking the card quality. I think it's a better improvement from those 2019 ones. And yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. Got these packs right here. Interesting packs. And what do we got here? Ascendant Teachings. Reading the book. Discard a card with the same name and skill attached to you. Search your timeline for a card with blank X, where X is the value discarded. Reveal it, put the card into your thoughts, then shuffle your timeline. So pretty much this is like a tutoring up for a card. I believe if you wanted to, you can kind of get rid of one of these cards, like an action card, and then search for one with the same kind of cost. So it's kind of cool. You get a tutor up for one. Got Upheaval. Love the reds in there. The awareness is kind of north, east, and west. You deal 3 damage to target in Upheaval's awareness. It got stunned. If a champion summoned is dealt damage by Upheaval, then they cannot move for this rest of this round. So it stuns them a bit. You got Oten. You can only play Oten if you are being targeted. So this is in response to something. I like that. Oh, this is a technique. I just realized there is a tiny little word up here. This tells you what the card is. Oh, wow. It's hard for me to see that. Maybe they need to make that a little bit different somewhere else. But it's kind of small. But I mean, I guess I see it now. It's an enchantment. This is a technique. And you can see this one's kind of like bolded a little bit. They added some white text behind this one, which is interesting. This is, I believe, the first version of PAX from 2019. And it looks like they updated it to have a little bit more kind of boldness right there, which is good. And I believe that's probably similar to this. We'll look at that in a moment. Yeah, they added this line right here. Cool. Alrighty. We got Oten. It's got move. Move to a spot in Oten's awareness. You can kind of evade something, I believe. They're like, oh, I'm going to target you with that. You can say, nope, I'm going to move. You got the giant scorpion. What is this? Oh, we did get another epic card right there. Very cool to see that. Giant scorpion's got the action, the beckon, and the swift is a range attack 3. And it's got quite a big reach. It can reach all in front of it. Big old scorpion tail coming at you. Nice to see that. What is this? 2 giant scorpions. What's the difference with this? Let's check this out. So this is interesting. This pack I got a rare and an epic giant scorpion. They both have the 4 hearts. They both have the same kind of awareness. They both have the same cheat. They both have the same affiliation. They both have the same beckon, and they both have the same range attack. I'm guessing it's just the format of the card, just literally the art. This is a full border. This is kind of like, has a little bit of the little text box on there. But interesting, so I got like 2 of the same cards in the same pack. Cool. What do we got here? We got Empower Summon. It's got Swift. It gains Dark Resistance for the round and gains a heart. Alright. We got Spike Trap again. Got Fleet Footed. Got the Float. Got the Shadow Master, cool moon in the background right there, very awesome. Swift and Spectral, you cannot be targeted of attacker abilities this round. Base attack, heavy attack, fire attacks, etc. So pretty much can't be targeted by something. Got Luminous Covering, had that one earlier. The Shoulder Hop. Dark Corruption, let's check out this one. She's just not really sure what's going on. Some interesting sort of blobby creatures kind of moving around there. Get the action cast, deals 2 dark damage to target and Dark Corruption's awareness. It's got Resurrection Skeleton Warrior. Trigger. If summon is dealt damage by Dark Corruption and is killed this round, place a Skeleton Warrior from your subconscious to the spot where the summon was killed, facing the same direction, then exert it. Alright, so I don't know if I had this one before. It was similar. Once it dies, a skeleton takes its place. Got the Gut Punch. And then Techni Psyche? I don't know. Swift, execute. Play a card from your thoughts on top of your timeline. Oh, put a card from your thoughts on top of your timeline. Your thoughts is your hand, I believe. So you put one from your hand on top of your timeline. Not sure why I do that. It's a discard. Maybe you can make your opponent do that. Interesting. So it does look like we got a good little selection of cards right here. Let's kind of do a quick little thing. Alright, and now to give my overall kind of final, a little quick opinion on what I feel of this game. This is the game Genesis Battle of Champions. I opened up some of the booster packs. We checked out 2 of the starter decks. They gave me some kind of promo cards and some foils. And let's just kind of talk about what I feel about it. One thing that I will say is the booster packs. It was kind of interesting. There was no mention of what rarity cards you could get if you get foils or anything like that. It would be cool if they had like 1 in 200 chance of getting a foil or 1 in 100 chance of getting an epic. Like I don't really know the ratios of things, so it'd be cool to know that. The card quality, I think the card quality is great. I was a little worried when I opened up these 2019 kind of gold foil things, just because the cut around the edge, there was like a bit of a lip and some of them were off-centered a bit. But then once I got to the booster packs and opened up the starter decks, the newer stuff that they're making, the card quality is just honestly top-notch. Shuffle feel is incredible, really nice, no bends or anything like that. Just really nice card quality. Obviously you can do the bend test, boop, and it doesn't crease or anything. Really great, really happy with that. The foils are a bit interesting, as in they're super like plasticized, and what I mean by that is like if you take a card like this and you feel it, it feels like kind of paper or cardboard. This honestly feels like a plastic coating on it. They might be a little bit thicker, but it's hard to tell, but I think there might be like just a tiniest little bit thicker, but they do look kind of cool. Very shiny, very glossy. Just the whole thing is foil. It'd be cool if they just foiled little certain sections of it, but kind of fun that they do have foil versions as well. The decks themselves, it looks like the starter decks that they come with, they look like nice little simple decks that'll be really easy to kind of get a feel of the game. Nothing too complicated. One thing I will say, for the decks in this game, they're called timelines. This is your champions, and pretty much your champion, it has affiliation colors. So this one is the light first blue, the yellow, and the darker blue. So pretty much the whole deck can only be made up of colors with these three colors. So pretty much when we're going to shuffle through this whole deck, you're going to notice all of the colors are the same colors that my champion has. So that's kind of cool that it kind of gives you a feel or a certain color type of certain champions. So some people might gravitate toward like Raha, some might gravitate toward like Malky and stuff like that. So it gives a feel to each champion, which I do like. Each deck is going to have 50 cards, I believe, including the champion. So 50 cards total, and up to 250 chi. And the chi is this number right here. So pretty much when you're building the deck, you have to count up all these chis and make sure it's less than 250. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of metas come from that. If people are going to have a bunch of low-cost decks or a bunch of high-cost chi decks, and just vice versa. I'm just curious to see what comes of that. I do like the card art. I think the art is great. I think they did a really good job on it. Really like the bright colors, and I really liked how they did the revisions on the cards from like 2019 to 2020. I believe this is older than this one, and you can see right here it's kind of a little bit darker, the banners, to a little bit lighter color banners. I like the brighter colors. The kind of area of I guess the area of awareness right here is a little bit easier to see than this one. This one's a little bit muted and hidden, and they actually changed the color of this first blue one from like a white to a blue, which I do like, and they actually changed behind the text right here to a little bit different color, and the feel of the card just feels a little bit better. And I just noticed they changed this kind of pink a little bit, from like a more of a purple to like a bright pink. So they just did a little bit of revision on the colors there, and I think it looks really great. I think they did a great job on that. So it's cool to see how they're already making changes like that. The card game itself, like I mentioned, I really like how they have this kind of area of awareness, and I like how there's orientation to the card. So not only is this a card game, this is also like almost like a chess battlefield game. We're actually moving pieces around on the board. The orientation matters, so you're going to be thinking which way you want it to face, which square you want to move it on, and it's just like opens up a whole new world of kind of gameplay, which sounds honestly like a lot of fun. I do like how there's certain cards that can kind of like enchant and like give power. I love how there's just continuous abilities. I like how there is some cards that, if I can find one, that can like change a space on the board. Like what is this, a trap? Like this is an alteration. You put this on the board, you say, I want to make the middle space the library's gate. You make it the library space, and pretty much when anyone goes there and they leave, they have to discard a card. So you can just make certain spaces on the board, like a protection space, a space that deals more damage, a space that has like dark protection, a place that like makes you draw a card. So it's just cool how you can change the actual physical board. So when you land on a space, it'll actually do something else. I like that. And yeah, I just thought I like the idea a lot of just merging card games into this sort of physical moving around this board like a chess piece. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Overall, I'm super happy with this. I'm super happy with this company. Thank you again, Honda Castle Gaming, for contacting me and let me check out your products. Like I mentioned, I am going to be doing a giveaway for this booster pack here and this Fang right here. If you are interested in this, all you have to do is just like this video, leave a comment below of what is your favorite card you've seen in this set. I just want to know what your favorite card is, and then let me know why you like it. You like the art, you like the abilities, you like the... Yeah, just let me know why you like it. And then in like a week or two, I'm going to do a little raffle. I'll pull a name out of a hat or something like that. And then I'll contact you, and we'll get in contact back and forth. And I'll end up sending you this pack and this card right here. I like to do that just because literally they sent me this stuff for free. I don't need it all, so I'm going to give some love to you all and give you some of this too. But overall, I'm super happy with the quality of this game and the cards. It looks like they put a lot of work in, a lot of time. And yeah, one thing that I will mention is since I did get a trimmed down version of the 2-player set, they gave me like a paper mat like this, which I'm not a huge fan of the paper mats. If it came in one piece, it would have been better, but this one came in 2 pieces, so it's kind of like a weird 2-piece mat. I don't know if they did that on purpose or if it was a mistake or something like that. But yeah, and I'm not sure if the box set, if you actually get a physical box set that has like kind of a fat pack storage thing, if it's going to come with a one-piece one or not, but I hope it does. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty cool game. I think it has a lot of potential, it has a lot of fun, and I'm curious what y'all have to think about it as well. So let me know what you think about this game. Let me know if you like seeing these type of videos. And I just want to say thanks for stopping by, everyone. Hope you're doing wonderful, staying safe, staying healthy out there. And I'll catch you on the next one. Keep on keeping on, and play some card games with your loved ones.